to Babylon News with me, Chad Baghdad, where we'll be bringing you last week's news today. And news just in, folks. In unprecedented events in the palace, we are hearing that one of the king's Jewish servants has refused food from the royal table. Our researchers tell us that Daniel is part of the elite Jewish boffins working in the palace intelligence service. I understand that we have one of our reporters, Sandy, who is coming to us live via satellite link to tell us more. Sandy, can you hear us?
Oh, we're on. So thank you very much, Chad. And yes, as you said, here we are outside the Royal Palace with Daniel himself. Good afternoon, Daniel. So I believe that you were brought here under duress to Babylon, is that right? And can you tell us what happened here? They changed your name, I believe.
Yep, they changed my name and they forced me to work in the Royal Palace.
Right. So that must have been quite hard for you.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
So you decided to do something different in terms of the food that you ate, is that right, Daniel?
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to be different, so I decided not to eat the food from the king's table. I decided to eat vegetables to set myself apart.
Vegetables, really? Were you not tempted to eat that lovely food? I mean, surely the king's table, you know, most of us had sort of died to eat that sort of food. Why didn't you want to eat it?
Well, I wanted to be really different. I wanted to set myself apart because I've been brought here and forced to change my name. So I wanted to make myself different and show that I was God's person.
Right, that's great. It requires a lot of courage to do that. And we're going to go over to the chief official now, who I've got here with me as well, and talk to him about what his reaction was. Afternoon, sir. So we've just heard what Daniel decided to do, not to eat the food from the royal table, but obviously he needed your permission for this. I mean, you know, as the chief official, what was your response to this?
I was very alarmed. The king had said that they should eat the food, but Daniel and the boys, well, I'm very impressed with them, and I thought, well, why not let them have a go?
And what was the result? I mean, were they as well nourished? Did they suffer for just eating the vegetables? I mean, you'd expect that, all that luscious food from the king's table.
Well, actually, we were very surprised. At the end of 10 days, that Daniel and the boys were actually better nourished than the others.
Goodness, I mean, you must have been quite surprised about that, yes. I mean, yeah, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
So there we have it, a story of great courage, setting yourself apart for God, and Daniel really was honoured by God when he did that. So it just goes to show, folks, that vegetables really can be good for you. Back to you in the studio, Chad.
In other news, Stop the Traffic have recently announced that over the coming year, both Cadbury and Mars will be using fair trade chocolate for their Dairy Milk and Galaxy bars respectively. So for all of you out there who have been setting yourselves apart by avoiding these bars which use cocoa harvested by slave children, it looks like they'll be back on the menu soon. So watch those waistlines.